All right, you guys. You know what? When is it? When is it gonna end? When is it going to end? Because I'm losing it. I am losing it. They said once we get vaccinated, we can get back to normal, and now they're saying that vaccinated people can spread the virus as well as unvaccinated people, and but vaccinated people aren't going to the hospital as much, and I just don't want to hear about this shit anymore. Every day in the news, every day on Facebook, everything about kids having to wear a mask and who's unvaccinated, who isn't, and we're gonna have to put vaccine mandates on restaurants and stuff like that, which I don't think is right. But if a restaurant wants to do that, they have every right to do that. But I don't think that a whole city like New York should be forced to do that, because what if someone has a medical condition where they can't get vaccinated? So, I for one am against that kind of stuff. But if you were to go to any other country or in a school, I think, just like before, you have to show proof of vaccination in order to enter in that school, before you go to school that year. That's okay. Just not everywhere. Anyway, we're already at 70% of adults in America have gotten one shot. And once we get to 80%, I mean, I don't want to hear another thing about, surging cases or a variance or any of this other crap. Oh, we might have to do it. No, we already did everything that we were supposed to do. We locked down the country for months on end. Didn't allow us to go to school. There's still kids not being able to go to school. Even California might not allow their kids to go to school. There's still millions of kids that haven't gone to school in almost 2 years. Okay, enough is freaking enough. We're gonna have to learn to deal with this, to live with this COVID crap. Because even if we vaccinated 100% of the people, there's gonna be eventually a mutation of the virus that's gonna escape it. And like in Israel and the UK, where they have a lot higher vaccination rates than us, that's what happened. The Delta variant was able to, and Lambda variant were able to spread and have surges there. But guess what? They didn't have a lot of hospitalizations and deaths. So it's not about the case numbers. It's about preventing people from going to the hospital. It's about having effective treatments for people, because it's not just about vaccines. It's about having an effective treatment, and whatever that is. It's about having an effective treatment to help save people from dying. Okay, I am sick and tired of hearing about COVID. I think everyone in the world is. We are sick and tired of this crap. Once we get to 80%, I think it's over. Okay, I don't want to hear anything about it on the news, and I definitely don't want to hear anything about COVID next year. I mean, if they're talking about COVID next year and about how we need to shut down the country and shut down this, and we can't go, we have social distance and wear a mask, I'm gonna freaking lose it. I mean, the Spanish flu pandemic only lasted 2 years, and that was when there was no vaccines and no cure for it. Okay, if you're talking, we have vaccines, we got things that can help you with getting better in the hospital. We know how to better treat COVID, and we're still talking about it, and we're still going to talk about it next year. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, enough is enough. We gotta move on with our lives. I mean, I'm sorry for all the people that have died and stuff, but we gotta freaking move on. Yes, eventually there will be something that will break out of the vaccines, a mutation, just like with influenza. Okay, that's why there really isn't effective vaccine for influenza. Yeah, it might protect you from some of the variants. But it's not going to protect you from all of them, because it would be impossible, because influenza keeps mutating just like COVID. That's why there was never a vaccine for the common cold, because it's a coronavirus. Okay, there's never really been an effective vaccine for any type of coronavirus, and maybe this one is. But I'm just saying there's going to be breakthrough cases and breakthrough infections. But the thing is it keeping people out of the hospital? And it seems like, yes, that's great. And once, Pfizer and Moderna become FDA approved, which will soon happen, enough. The people who want to get the vaccine have already gotten it. And even if it becomes FDA approved, I bet you only a little bit of people, a small amount of people will get vaccinated on their own choice, because there will be conspiracy theories about that too. So it's just enough is enough. I'm sick of hearing this. I'm sick of, talking about COVID, and I know we talk about it a lot, but it's irritating to hear about, like, oh man, there's so many cases, there's so many whatever a day. I'm looking, the death count is not, you know, going through the roof like it was last year. Okay, we only have a few hundred deaths a day versus thousands of deaths from last year. We had like 3,000 or 4,000 deaths a day last year. Okay, if you remember, we had like 6,000 deaths a day in January for two weeks, and yet we're concerned about a few hundred deaths a day. I mean, it's bad, but it's not even as bad as like heart disease or cancer or anything else that kills people. And by the way, a lot of people are like, oh well, COVID's transmissible. That's why we shouldn't really worry about heart disease, because that's your choice. Well, the thing is, the reason why COVID killed so many people in America is because those people had comorbidities like high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, all this other stuff. Cancer might not be preventable, but definitely a lot of diabetes and heart disease is. Okay, and we didn't close down McDonald's. Okay, we shut down the gyms. Okay, our government is just made a big mistake. We're having fat positivity or body positivity, whatever it is, in the media. Okay, it's not okay to be unhealthy, especially during COVID. Okay, all right. COVID kills mostly older people and people who have like heart disease and high blood pressure and stuff. That's why it's important to be healthy. That's why we should care about it. But we don't. And that's why we had over 600,000 people dead. Okay? So enough. We should focus on that stuff too, and we should get our people healthy, because this COVID stuff is going to be out here for a long time. Until we learn how to treat it with better treatments and whatever, we're going to have to learn how to be healthy. We're going to have to learn how to live with it, because the vaccines are just not enough. I'm telling you. Even if we get 100%, there's going to be some other variant that breaks out of the vaccines eventually. And we're not going to shut down the country again. I am going to stand up against that. That's just wrong. We never shut down the country for the flu except for like 100 years ago. So